So, you know, people, I think there was this health thing about open sandwiches where you would have not put the second slice of bread on the top, and it's supposed to be so that you eat less bread. Well, I make open sandwiches, but I just make them so that I can get more topping and like the same amount of bread. Anyway, look, this isn't the reason I'm making this video. The reason I'm making this video is because it's lunchtime and it's the only time that I got the chance to make this video, which is why I'm eating. But anyway, the reason that I'm making this video is because I had a really stressful weekend. And I must admit, I'm probably pretty like privileged life type thing. Like my idea of stress is like probably nothing what some people's idea of stress is. Like my idea of stress is like the supermarket not having any milk so I can't make a cup of tea, or Wendy's closing. Well, actually this weekend I had some real stress. You guys know Holden, darling, cute, gorgeous little Holden. Weekend, probably overnight sometime, he managed to get, because we have these stalls and the stalls have runs in them, so the horses have loads of room, and he managed to get his whole hind leg over the top of the dividing fence between him and the horse next door to him. I don't know how long he was stuck there for, but when I got there in the morning, he wasn't stuck there anymore, but I could tell that he had been stuck because he has ripped open a lot of his whole hind leg and right up into his groin. I'll show you a picture. And so I'm used to horses injuring themselves. That goes with the territory. I don't know, I just really love Holden. And when he came, he was so injured and he was so emaciated and he was so sorry for himself. And now, you know, he's, over the last couple of minutes, he's blossomed into this wonderful, he's got an amazing, hi Dave, amazing personality. He's just such a sweet little horse, and I must admit I've grown very attached to him. And so to just see him there, he was just standing there so sorry for himself again. And I don't, it really, I mean, I knew how to handle the injury, but it really emotionally, I think I was, because I was on my period as well, and like these definitely things affect me more on my period. I was just, it really upset me. And so I just sorted him out and got him sorted anyway. But I went home that afternoon and I just felt sick, and I'd felt sick all day. Anyway, so to show you a picture of the injury anyway, so you know what I'm talking about. Here you go. So not nice. He was, you know, we got it sorted. I've got a really great vet, and she gave me some advice and looked after, sort of dressed it, cleaned it, did everything that we could do. We gave him some painkillers and some stuff to help with the swelling. So I kind of knew that he was okay, or we'd done the best that we could do, but I was still massively stressed, especially because he just seemed so down and sorry for himself. Horses can be like that, and I kind of knew, just give him a couple of days, he's on box rest again, just make sure he's got his food, his water, he's got his painkillers, and we're looking after the wound. Hopefully, you know, he'll start to pick up, which today he has done by, and today I feel a lot better. But, you know, just seeing him in that sorry state, and I do usually not get quite as emotionally attached to horses that I'm restarting, but I am to him. And I felt sick with worry. And this is the point of this video, is that you're not fully recovered unless you're fully recovered when you're stressed. Because I came home from the yard and I felt sick with anxiety. I was really stressed. Did I feel hungry? No. Now, is that my eating disorder coming back? No. It's entirely appropriate when something really stressful happens to something that you love. It's entirely appropriate to feel stressed out about it. And when people are stressed, because we're in our sympathetic nervous system when we're stressed, generally we're not that hungry. That's entirely normal. However, for somebody with a history of anorexia, can I afford to not eat if I'm stressed? No. I I tend to look at it this way. I can't indulge in not having an appetite. Just can't do that because I can't go into energy deficit. Because I might be fully recovered, but I still have the genetics that if I go into prolonged energy deficit, the shit hits the fan. Anorexia would probably activate again because that's what that is. And so I'm just not even gonna, like, why would I ever get out of the habit of eating really regularly? Even for a day, it's just too easy to maintain. So I wasn't really feeling that hungry over the weekend. So I made myself eat anyway. It was not this huge sacrifice, is it? It's not like this big awful thing that I have to make myself do. I have to make myself eat. No big deal. You know, there are some people that are managing illnesses that have to do a lot more kind of horrific things than that. I just had to make myself eat. It's just not a big thing, and it's not even worth not doing it. And so maintaining that is a lifelong thing, and it's not a huge sacrifice. I've got to admit, I do like eating. So often, even when I'm feeling stressed and I don't want to eat, when I get myself going, I'm like, actually, I'm really enjoying this. This is good. So recovery is about sustaining that for the long term and not allowing stress to affect you, or definitely in the way that means that you're not eating enough food. Because I'm an adult, it's my body, my recovery is my responsibility. If I get stressed and I don't eat enough, that's my problem. Because stress happens, shit happens, it's all over the place. And you can't afford to allow it to negatively impact your recovery. That happens. And so my body, my responsibility, I keep eating regardless of what the rest of the world is doing, or regardless of how I feel about it.